looking the right way there.
And right into the action, Stockton versus St. Clair. Two titans of the CRL last year going to be battling out to see who's able to qualify. Stockton 2-0ing their way through the bracket so far, along with the Saints. So undefeated records going to be on the line here. And as we've seen Stockton, we see Bussy, Top Cheese, and then we're going to see Trap, I think might be a new name, or he was maybe a fourth player for the team last year. So familiar faces, we know the skill level, and this should be an absolute war.
Without question, just going to be constant pressure on both sides. We see Bussy going to leave it up for Top Cheese. Top Cheese looking for his own rebound. Not going to end up finding it, but Trap is there for the rebound on top of the rebound. Bussy knocks it down. Crossbar down. Not going to end up finding the shot the first time by. Second one will, though. Bussy's going to get the lead here for Stockton.
Yeah, great job by Bussy to get that redirection in the net. Going to get that touch off the crossbar, and then Top Cheese going to be in there for the great shot, and Kamal just not able to play the pass in time, and Bussy going to go far side there and bury that one, and Stockton going to open things up.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic start to say the least for them in that regard. But now we need something here from the side of the Saints. There we go. Got Stockton with the lead nice and early. Shot on target there for St. Clair would have been solid, but the counter-attack is going to do it. Kamal's going to get the answer.
Exactly what you need if you're St. Clair. Against Stockton, these are exactly the kind of goals that when they're there, you got to take them and you got to make sure you get the advantage. Kamal going to get the demo there for a little bit of, add insult to injury at the end there. Now the Saints going to even things up, but as we know, Stockton, this is the team that will put pressure on you. They will not go away. They are sure of themselves and their ability, and if you sleep for even a moment or two, things could go haywire. Yeah, and then the Christian is going to play it into the corner here. Trap going to be on the touch there. Stockton once again pressing the Saints in the zone. Kamal going to be there for the defense. Top Cheese going to try to find the setup here over middle. Nothing doing quite yet. Saints going to put it in their end, and Stockton regain possession and try to cycle this one out of here.
All right, there you go. Christian is battling out there with Trap. It was going to carry up for the time being. Bouncing right through the center. That could have been deadly for either way, to be honest. It was like a little bit of a tee-up for either side. Quint tries to drop it down, and some of these passes now from the Saints, they're not landing as freely as they used to, and we'd expect nothing less coming out here, the Stockton squad. Big pass to Quint, shot on target, big save from Bussy, rebound though, and Christian's gonna brute force it through.
Yeah, that was 2 or 3 shots by Christian, ringing it off the post like a game of pinball. Quint with a great shot at the net there. Bussy does turn him away, and Christian not giving up on the play, pass to himself, alley-oop, gonna knock that one home in the Saints. This is a pretty good start if you're asking, but Stockton, now you know they're gonna come back with a vengeance.
Yeah, of course, and this is definitely, we didn't really have much of a time to really pre-show this, but we talked about it in past matches, but this matchup versus Stockton is probably the matchup of the entire bracket for this first CRL Sunday. Definitely the first seed in this squad, and definitely playing as such would be a massive upset for the Saints to win. And if they keep making moves like that, we're going to make this easy.
Kamal and Quint getting it done. Look at Kamal, perfect pitch up to the ceiling, gets out of the way of Quint. Quint with a great double touch off the backboard, and the Saints are looking pretty damn good right now, but 2:55 to play in. They're going to try to extend this lead, I think, because Stockton 2 goals, definitely still not safe.
No, absolutely. This is still plenty of time and not anywhere near enough insurance to get yourself into the next round without question. Quint up in the skies, off to Kamal. That is actually on target, but it is going to be pushed aside. Bussy knows what's going on, not going to let that one go freely. Gets a little shot opportunity for themselves, but it is going to be pushed aside from Christian. Looking for Quint maybe here in the corner as Bussy once again tries to make something happen, but just can't seem to get it towards the net.
Yeah, and the one thing with 2 teams like this at such a high level, mistakes are going to be few and far between, so both teams, we're going to have to see some serious outplays or goals. Stockton with a beautiful passing.
Wow!
And Christian denies it at the goal line. The Saints hold on to the 2-goal lead. It looked like all was lost and they were dead in the water. Christian buries them out of there somehow, and now back the other way in the counterattack. They will find a shot on net, so this has been a very high-paced game, exactly like we expected. And as we said, there's not going to be many mistakes. And if there even is one, that team will take a mile with it.
I swear 9 times out of 10, you get put into that breakaway scenario. It's the offenders, the people on the attack, that win it. But yet, Saints are proving us wrong here. That's twice. Once it was from Kamal in the last game. Made the breakaway save. Now right here versus Stockton, we have another. But the pressure is still not done.
Great little back save there by Kamal. Going to try to get this one out of the zone as well. Get the second touch there. Bussy is going to be there for the deny. Quint coming out of the net there, trying to get the rotation, make that play. Bussy going to set up his teammate there. Trap is going to go in for the play. Go for the air dribble, try to get the second touch off the backboard. Top G's waiting in the wings there. Going to try to set it up here. Going to steal the Saints corner boost. Great little play there by Christian to steal that one away. And the Saints, you know, they're feeling a little bit of pressure. They're trying to get another goal here, but the clock also as well. Stockton, we know they can find goals very, very quickly. If you're the Saints, you have to try to bleed this clock while playing some like pretty serious offense as well.
I mean, we've seen it in other leagues versus Stockton as well. We could have the lead, and then all of a sudden, it just takes one, and all of a sudden, this game is now 5-3.
Yeah,
and it just like it snowballs extremely hard. Once Top Cheese and the rest of the squad are feeling it, they start pulling out some unbelievable stuff from out of their car's trunk, to say the least here, to try and find these shots as we continue to have Saints pressuring in, trying to kill this first minute.
Yeah, Kamal and Quint playing the two-man game. Quint going to be there at the midline, trying to challenge Top Cheese. Going to wait there over the net. It's going to get a good little deny there, send it back for the middle area. Going to be sitting underneath it. Kamal is going to be the first man to the ball. Bussy waiting in that middle area, trying to see if maybe there's a back rotation, try to get a bump or a demo, try to clear some space, try to let Top Cheese operate in the air where he loves it, try to make something happen. But right now, Stockton trying to get the breakout here. Christian, second little touch there. Hopefully a Saint is there for the follow. Kamal gonna miss it along with Bussy, I believe. Trap gonna be there for the touch, and the Saints. 20 seconds left. Just try to kill 10-15 seconds, and your chances are looking pretty good in game one.
Yeah, of course, would have to reboot this clean slate for game number 2. Maybe looking for one more here. 10 seconds left to go. Stockton wants something. They need something right here, right now. Some initial interference. Can they kill it off to a little bit more? I think they've got it. Game number 1, one way or another, going to St. Clair.
So St. Clair still, so far, not dropping a game yet on the day, and this no bigger than this one. Stockton drawing first blood in relatively quick fashion, and the Saints come back with 3 unanswered goals. Just such a good team effort. And say the shots, dead even for both teams. St. Clair, though, coming through with 5 saves in that game. So you could tell the defense was the anchor for that. And we saw they scored on the counterattack on, I believe, 2 of the saves as well. So the defense turning into offense, and exactly how you have to play against Stockton. You have to punish their offensive aggression because, listen, when you have players that good, they're going to play aggressive. That's the nature of things. You have to be ready to take those chances and find the net when you need to. And now, going into game 2, St. Clair looking to send Stockton to lowers, and Stockton trying to keep the winners run alive.
Yeah, I think you're with Stockton, they're not stupid. They realized that entire game just kind of snowballed after an all-in that went wrong.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to do that again? Probably not unless desperation calls. But we'll have to see, as Saints so far been back and forth, but are able to keep it in the Stockton zone. Christian, one opportunity, going to be pushed aside, however.
Yeah, great little save there by Trap on the edge of the cross, but they're Stockton right back the other way. Demo comes through as well, so you can see when Stockton even sees a little bit of an inch, they're going full boost, full W key. They want to really push the pace. They want to put people on the back foot, create that defensive chaos in front of the net, get those mismatches, find the numbers advantage, and find the back of the net. Top G's going to get the demo, try to get the numbers game going here. Saints going to try to play this one out. This is Stockton living in the Saints end to start things off. Great shot, but a fantastic save by Quint on the goal line.
I mean, Quint might have got demoed, but had just enough boost to stop that from tucking underneath that crossbar. Perfect timing, but the pressure is still on. Kamal actually missed that one, but it is going to be just off the post. Nice and safe for the time being, but still in the corner of the Saints zone. The Saints have not really been able to muster up themselves some offense, and a bit of a scramble here in the crease, but Quint is going to at least bail them out for a couple of seconds, but it's just a pop fly ball in the Saints crease, and nobody could touch it until now.
That was looking pretty dicey for a good while there. Quint and Christian both going to get some demos, so now Trap just going to try to play that possession game, wait for his teammates to come back. They are going to come back, maybe find a decent shot at the net here, a little bit of a floater. Double commit is going to come through. The save does get made, though. Once again, Stockton traveling in the Saints zone, trying to find that outbreak pass to the middle. Right off the ceiling, but Christian going to be there. Quint for the save as well. Saints completely playing on the back foot. Stockton, you can tell they are coming out aggressive. They are mad this game. They want to come out. They want to drop first blood. Top G's going to get the demo. Bussy might be able to have a good shot at net here. Quick little reset. Not going to find the net. Those Saints somehow locking down this back line. But I'll tell you what, Stockton, they look like they're close to breaking through.
The other part now that the Saints are worrying about is this new style of Stockton, which is a lot more demo heavy. You can see, I think it was Quint in that last one. He's in goaltender, ready for the spot, but he had to jump around, move away, use the wall to his advantage before the shot even happens because of the amount of pressure that is happening from car-to-car contact.
And so far, just so many shots. I think Stockton must have 10 shots on net. They're doing these great little passing plays to the middle. Maybe the Saints can catch them out here. Quinn with a great little angle, but really hard angle to cut there. Great positioning by Stockton. Another shot goes off the post. Christian almost finding the net there. Both teams just trying to break this deadlock. We are halfway through game 2 with everything on the line. Bussy trying to make a play out the middle here. Great passing play set up. Oh, far posted out. The Saints are still going to have 0 on the board there. Stockton just on the edge. They are breaking through, and so far still at zeros. But the Saints, I'll tell you what, they got to get off this back foot.
I guess apparently Rocket League is a 4v4. Hello, Mr. Post. How are you doing? On both ends, consistent saves happening from the post. My goodness. But it's still this onslaught on the Saints defense is just continuing more and more. Finally, gonna maybe get a breather for just a second, but it's literally just a second because Trap comes right back for some more offense.
Yeah, Stockton just does such a good job of, even when they get the ball to the zone, they just follow, they chase, they follow, and then when they need to make the rotation, they do. They find the demos. Great little angle. Not out of the water yet. Maybe they find the second toucher, try to get the backboard drop, but Top G's still there for the play. Quint going to come out and try to challenge this. Great little challenge by, I believe it was Christian there. He is going to gain possession for the time being. Kamal playing on the backside here. Saints have to find a way to clear this ball because they haven't even had a shot on net in, I would say, far too long. And with a game at zeros, the first goal might end up being the decider. So both teams really got to work for it here.
This is so scrappy. It has me extremely anxious, and I'm not even on the field, to say the least here. Top G's, that's the pass, but that's an even bigger save coming out here from Christian. Can Kamal bring it the other way? Not going to be able to right now. It is going to be Top G's bringing it out himself in the skies, right at home, interfered with by Quint. Rebound, scores! Trap is going to get the side of Stockton on the board.
Just way too much speed on that one. Stockton finally able to break through the glass ceiling. Their Top G's with a great little touch and contestant Trap. No mistakes made. Kamal and Christian just not able to get there in time. And if you're Stockton, that's got to feel pretty good. And now St. Clair got 1:03 left to play in game 2 to try to send this one to OT.
Oh boy, now if the Saints didn't have the pressure rate before, they do now. Can they brute force it? It's crawling, but it's not going to make its way there. Top Cheese is going to get just enough of a touch of it to get it out of dodge for the time being. Minute left to go. We're right back into the Saints zone. Stockton are feeling right at home, but they cannot be feeling too comfy at the same time.
Yeah, both of these teams know that things could change in the drop of a hat. Great shot there by Top Cheese. Quint is going to be there to potentially save the game. Now Christian on the breakout can maybe get the second toucher. Great save by Trap back the other way. Both teams locking it down on the defensive line, and just no way to find that second goal for the Stockton and Saints. Still trying to break this zero, and so far Stockton's defense just holding up just enough. Now 21 seconds to play. The Saints got to try to make something happen, and they got to make it happen fast.
That was a pretty nasty tip, to be honest. It's going towards the net. It's going to force a save. Rebound. And Kamal's going to tie this one up with 14 seconds left.
Never say die, say the Saints. 14 seconds left in overtime, potentially on the horizon. Great shot and clear out. I believe it was Quint or Christian there to get Kamal the space he needs, and no mistake about it. Now we have a 1-1 game. This is exactly the kind of game I thought we were in store for, and now both teams got to be feeling the pressure for one reason or the other.
No, without question, but there's still a couple of seconds left for some damage to be done. 5 seconds left to go. Got to hit the ground for just a moment. Is it going to be left alone for overtime? It looks like that might just be the case unless they try something. This is still anyone's ball, but it is going to be put down for a second. No, Bussy brings it back up. Kamal wisely going to drop this one.
That is like the most stressful 8 seconds of any Rocket League game I've almost ever felt. Both teams, you can see they kind of wanted to go for the goal, but at the same time, like, hey, we cannot get scored on before OT. Try to get the reset. Bussy trying to get a goal right away. Great little flip reset in the flick there. Not going to find the net, though. Now, once again, going to regain possession for the second time. Try to get that outbreak pass across the crease there. Not going to quite find home. Christian going to get a nose on it at least. Top G's. This is where he likes to operate, in that space above the net. Hanging around in the air. Not going to find anything quite yet. Trying to cut the angles. Trap. Not going to quite do it. Bussy going to be there trying to get the double touch. Stockton living in St. Clair's there. They have to find some way to clear this ball.
This is so close. Just slow balls constantly through the crease. We're seeing even to the point where Bussy, I don't usually think of him as the aerial flip artist, but he's getting involved here over and over again, and in fact is the one taking a lot of these shots. I don't know if it's just nerves or what, but just shot after shot coming in once again, very similarly to how this second game has gone over and over. Christian with a big save. Can they clear it? No. Big defense here from Bussy.
This pressure from Stockton is absolutely suffocating for the side of the Saints. They cannot even get the ball out of the end, hardly. Stockton just passing plays, rotation, shot after shot after shot, and the Saints able to find that one goal on the counterattack. They're going to have to kind of work on the same style here. Great play off the net there, but they just can't get out this back foot. Stockton always stealing those corner boosts, finding ways to get these plays. Bussy stalling the ball out. Great little touch there by Kamal. Net's wide open, though. And will not be saved in time, and Stockton going to knot things up at 1, and we're going to go to game 3.
Okay, fair enough with how this game went, without question. Trap going to find this one nearly. Quint gets a piece of it, but could not get it across the goal line. So holy smokes, we knew that this was going to be a crazy series. And to be fair, when the Saints in the past have had to go up against Stockton, if anything, I feel like we got rolled.
Stockton had 24 shots.
So the fact that it's still close is still amazing in its own right. However, there is no denying that that was an absolute offensive onslaught coming out of Stockton. But the fact that this isn't a 7 to 8-1 game with that kind of shot number still says plenty.
Yeah, 8 saves for Quint, 24 shots to 5 for Stockton, and it was a 2-1 game in overtime. Such a good job to hang in there with the Saints. They got the equalizer, but Stockton, as we said, to only give up 2 goals on 24 shots to Stockton is honestly remarkable. That has to be some high percentage record. Like, I can't even believe, say, Quint had 8 saves. The Saints could have very easily lost that 6-1.
Yeah, without question, as we now have the deciding matchup here. Game number 3, Stockton versus St. Clair. Here we go again, and it looks like we're picking things up pretty much right where they left off. Top cheese right down. Nobody home there for the Saints for the moment. They've all now gathered, but are able to stop it for just a moment's time.
Yeah, Stockton, once again, just that pressure is so insane. It's so hard to even describe. You just can't, you feel like you can't breathe, you can't move, you're stuck in a straitjacket back there. And the Saints, they got to find some way to get more than these one-off counterattack chances. They need consistent offense. Shot there from Top Cheese. It's going to come through. Kamal going to make the early save. So the Saints got to find some way to start these breakouts, get these outlet passes going, and just get more than, you got to get more than one shot on net per minute if you're going to consistently beat Stockton.
Christian just saves that. That very well could have been an empty net shot for Bussy, but it does get pushed aside. Saints get an opportunity for themselves. Kamal, can he get something started here? He's at home in the skies looking for somewhere to pass. Could not quite find it. Passed it back, actually, off the backboard. Anybody home? Nope. The Saints are being rather conservative here with their offense right now.
Yeah, and that's understandable. Obviously, you want to making the aggressive plays is probably going to open up the offense a little more, but against a team like Stockton, if you're even out of net or out of position for a half second, they're going to find it and they will exploit it eventually. So I understand the conservative style. Kamal going to find the demo. Maybe they can make something happen, but double commit from Stockton. They are going to save it. Christian, another demo there, but the Saints don't quite have possession, so not going to be able to do much with it, unfortunately.
Yeah, they had the setup in regards to positioning, but just no ball control. Kamal is literally just going nuts right now. Just basically FPS car styles, just Grand Theft Auto. Like, my goodness, he's just going through demoing everything like it's no tomorrow. Shot on target. Does end up actually going high after a bit of a redirect. That's going to be Quint up in the skies. Tries to knock it down. Shot is on target, and Christian is going to score 1 for Saints to get this in the lead.
That is a massive goal for the Saints. Quint, such a good job to go in the air. Trapp almost made a really good play, but Quint, knowing Trapp was coming, actually drops the ball off a half second early, knows he's got a man in the wings, and Christian, do not make any mistakes. That ball was buried, and now St. Clair, 1-0 lead. A litany of time to play with still, so they're going to have to stay on that front foot. But look what they do. When they finally put Stockton on the back foot, they find success in Christian. That's not really what you wanted, but they should be able to get out of there, at least for the time being.
And I do have at least a little bit of solace. Remember in a past game, I was talking about what happens when the Saints get put on defense, because before they were basically giving up 3 goals on 4 shots kind of scenario. That's definitely not the case anymore, as we are seeing save after save coming out from members across the board. Christian breaks an axle right here. He's just going to straight up slow ball it, and it gives enough time for a rebound here for Quint. Shot on target is going to get pushed aside, however. Now Top Cheese on the charge.
Yeah, you love to see this offense from the Saints. Top Cheese, a great little bump there. Going to find that second pass as well. Great little setup. Bussy going to be there. And Trapp going to be there for the redirect in Stockton. They're going to fire right back and find it. And now 1-1 halfway through game 3.
A very, very clever play across the board here. And Trapp with the redirect probably could have debated on just letting that one go, but there was a Saints member right there to make contact with it. If that was the case, bounces it off the ground. And we're at the halfway point. Tied up in terms of the series, tied up in terms of the game. This is your trip to winners finals. Who wants it?
Yeah, this is going to be come down to who wants it more at this point. Battle of the wits here. Ball going to go back the other way. Top Cheese, they're diligently playing that back half, making sure nothing easy going to get through. Christian going to go there for the play. Great little passing play. A little bit too much on it. Going to go above the crossbar, but the Saints, they're at least finding these consistent chances. I think Quint got a little bump there as well. Going to take it himself. Try to brute force it. Not going to find it, though. And the Saints, now they've got some pressure. They're getting these multitude of chances, trying to find the back of the net. Now Stockton, though, you always have to be wary how fast that counterattack can hit. Great shot by the Saints. Denied by Bussy to potentially save the game. Such a good job to save that one. And the Saints, despite all their best efforts, Stockton still keeping that gap closed.
I mean, at least it had Stockton on the back foot for at least a little while there. That was like a solid minute of Saints pressure, but can they keep this one up as Top Cheese now hunting Christian in the background on the goal line? A bit of an odd clearing here is going to force Bussy to go all the way to the back to make the stop. Quint looking for a Saints, has no boost to speak of and could not really get anything mustered right here, as now it's just kind of a stalemates here as it goes right back into the St. Clair zone.
Yeah, it's the calm before the storm. Something is probably about to happen one side or the other. Great shot there by Bussy. Christian going to be there for the save. Ball very dangerously hanging above the Saints net. Still, Bussy is going to have a really good angle at this, but Kamal just going to get there in time to stop that, win the 50. So Stockton still pressing those. Pass over the middle. Top G's with the shot. Denied by Quint. Once again, the saves coming through in bunches for the Saints. Kamal going to go for the outbreak pass here. Try to find Christian. Get that second touch. Ball's going to careen toward the middle there. Quint or Kamal going to be there to try to play it, but just try to play the safe rotation and try to get the possession game, because Stockton right now, they are, when they're pressing, man, it is a dangerous sight to see.
Absolutely. Right back now into the St. Clair zone. It's Christian up in the skies, interfered with, does get the demo in the trap, but the ball's going the other direction. Quint with another fantastic save to keep the Saints all tied up. And good job slamming on the brakes, not get demoed there as well. Kamal, another fantastic save in his own right, but the ball is still stuck in the St. Clair zone. 25 seconds left to go here. The Saints are actually bodying themselves on accident. You can tell that the anxiety is there, but they're still holding on by a thread with 15 to go.
Saints are begging for overtime at this point, I promise you. Great bump by Busty. There's a shot come through. Gonna go across the goal line off the post. It doesn't go in. 6 seconds left. Stockton can't close the door just yet. Top Cheese does have possession. Gonna send it for Busty. Try to send it to Trap. Kamal there for the deny. 0 seconds on the clock. Will this go to overtime or will Stockton close it out? Contested by Christian. Off of the sidewall. Will the ball touch down? Saints gonna touch on it. Second touch. Overtime, game 3. You cannot write a better story. St. Clair and Stockton. Winner will move on and loser will go down to lower bracket in CRL Sunday.
Absolutely. Of course, in the worst case scenario, at least you do have that lower bracket, but you want that nice trip through winners. And Kamal nearly is getting ready to set up for something there, but could not quite find it. Quint now, one of the newcomers, of course, coming, joining us from Germany, trying to seal the deal with a bunch of his fans in the chat. We see you. We know what's going on. We love to see all the support from the squad, but would love to see the W here against one of the hardest teams in North American CRL. If he can seal the deal right here, right now, off the crossbar, though. Yeah,
this would be a massive win if the Saints can somehow pull this one out. Trap is going to send it back the other way. Saints got to play the retreat game, got to try to get the possession. Christian does regain possession for the time being. Great little touch over middle as well. Top Cheese going to be there just playing diligently on defense there. Not going to give anything away too early. Is going to get the corner boost. Trap there for the touch. Kamal going to go for the challenge. Pass across to Bussy. Going to gain possession over the midline. Try to find it over the middle here. Flip reset. Looks like it'll come through. Quint there for the deny, but both teams right now, any little hole will be exploited. And right now, both teams just trying to find the answer. Trap going to get the touch, and the floater somehow goes through, and Stockton will send St. Clair to lowers in an absolute heartbreaker.
Unbelievable move from Trap. He has not been doing this solo stuff all day, and the one time the Saints can't pull off the miracle breakaway save was the overtime winner. Absolute heartbreaker nonetheless here. The Saints run is definitely not over, but holy smokes. I mean, you could probably feel it on our voices a little bit. That kind of took the wind out of the sails in terms of commentary. I know that players are probably feeling the same as well. But what if there was an extra twist? What if this was the best of 5?
I know, that's the curious thing, right? Oh, is it actually... Oh, the winner. I thought they may be getting into another game there or whatever, but actually, is it potentially a best of 5?
Ladies and gentlemen,
winner semis.
We might have got debated. We're actually not done yet.
So 2 overtime games, years off of our lives, but I guess from winner semis on, I believe it actually goes to best of 5. So we're a quick update on the bracket there. So we are not actually over yet, but I'll tell you what, 2 OT games like that are really hard to come back from after back-to-back. That is going to be really hard on the players. And now Stockton going to look to try to close out St. Clair. Saints trying to find the answer, trying to even the series, trying to find momentum back on their side and trying to stay alive in winners.
Holy smokes. I am at a roller coaster of emotions, to say the least here for this one. I thought it was just the winners finals that ended up being best of 5, but I guess I am wrong in that regard. But if anything, that just means we get to see these 2 fantastic teams keep battling it out. Yes, please, maybe not for my heart's sake, but we'll have to see what happens this time by, though, as Stockton are constantly looking to put this pressure here onto the Saints.
And at least the one good thing, even though losing in heartbreaking fashion, that definitely sucks. It's a huge blow for the Saints. They have got to feel good about how they've played this series so far. You're taking one of the best teams in the world right now, we'll say with a pretty new roster, 2 new faces going to be in there in the mix, and they are holding their own and saying thriving in most of these games as well. They're finding those chances. They look like they definitely belong up here with this top competition, but Stockton, the problem is they've been there. They've done that on land. They've done it on the biggest stage, so the pressure for them might not be quite as much of a burden, and now with a 2-1 lead, they got to be feeling pretty good.
And another question on everybody's minds, so we see a crawler through the crease here. Christian nearly finding that one. is, of course, consistency. Can they continue to do this? Starting like that? Maybe they absolutely will be. Quint going to start off the board here for St. Clair.
Yeah, once again, Saints going to open things up, going to open up the scoring, but 3.5 minutes left. Great job, Stockton. A little bit of miscommunication there, just not able to get the angles they want. And Quint,
that's the worst.
Once again, yeah, when you're under the net there, just trying to call out, ball, 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 and no one can really get over there. It's a tough thing to swallow. But Stockton, we know, they're not going to be too rattled from this. They're going to try to come back. They're immediately going to go back to their game. But Saints maybe going to try to take this one back down. Passing play not read almost in time. Bussy, great job to get across there and make a kick save.
Yeah, that first goal there on side. Actually, I got to eat my words for a moment. Another shot on target incoming. Quint makes, actually, never mind. Kamal is going to drive through. Quint was there for backup if necessary, but a very, very close call here for the Saints in their own zone. Has Top Cheese once again looking for another breakout opportunity, but it is going to be interfered with, and sure enough, Stockton, they have somebody back without question.
Yeah, I think you nailed it earlier. They're one of the smartest teams by far in both CRL and in the CC and everything else. They fix their mistakes so well. They realize what they did wrong, and they make those adjustments in game, between games. They realize, okay, the St. Clair's kind of playing like this. What kind of look do we want to give them? What kind of play style do we want to attack this time? And so far, Stockton, the one consistent thing is pressure, pressure, pressure. Woo! Wow, Quint letting it get real close there for the Saints, but they still cling to that 1-goal lead.
Gosh, just contact all over the place. This feels like I'm watching a lacrosse match with the amount of times that they're just taking swings at each other, let alone the ball. Just constant shot after shot with each other here. You now see Saints trying to put on some pressure here in the offensive zone. Bussy looking to clear, successful at doing it this time by. Top Cheese, though, ready to pick up the Saints defense and was successful in doing so. But Kamal going to try and clear. Never mind, there's Trap. Just back and forth action here, to say the least, to this next one. So we have just over 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, these are two excellent teams at holding that midline, not letting the pressure even get to the zone where it can build. Great little play there by Trap to make a read on the ball there and take that one away. Now, 2 minutes to play, 120 seconds left. Make or break for the Saints to go to losers. Stockton to go to winners. Stockton, a lot of pressure on the Saints. This game, though, has been pretty stark contrast to the first couple. This game, there has been a lot of action, but significantly less so than the other games. And I don't think St. Clair necessarily hates that, because those are pretty chaotic 2 games back-to-back. And now Top Cheese trying to make a play here, maybe leaving it for a teammate. Kamal is there for the deny. Great little aerial play there. Will Stockton find the angle? Not for the time being. Christian going to be there to try to contest Bussy. And the floater hits it off the goal line, but they're not done yet. Second shot's going to come through. Not able to cut the angle. Trap going to try to find something off the ceiling. No, Quint going to be there for the deny, but this ball is definitely not in safe hands quite yet. The Saints, I think they're starting to feel the pressure a little bit. This clock's ticking. They have that 1-goal lead, and things are getting dicey.
The one thing about this chaos, too, you have to remember, too, is with these shots just crossing through crease over and over again, this very well could turn around. And actually, hang on a minute, the counterattack from Kamal. I did not expect that to go all the way, but of course it's Kamal. He's going to damn well take this from his own zone and score.
Kamal is having an amazing day. Perfect play off the ceiling, gets the speed, finds the angle, pinches it. 123 kilometers an hour. Fantastic work to get that second goal, and that's massive for St. Clair. This game, 70 seconds is more than enough time to equalize things up top. He's going to come right back down the other way. So the Saints, ideally, you want to kill at least 35, 40 seconds if you're going to get scored on. Huge if. Keep that net empty as long as possible, because Stockton, they're going to threaten, and I wouldn't be surprised to see 7 or 8 more shots from Stockton before the game's over.
Without question. You're speaking of an empty net. It looked like the Saints for a moment there were almost caught with the empty nets. Again, I like what Kamal's doing here. Has no boost in the tank to make the save, so I'm just going to brawl with somebody. Yep. Just no Rule 1 or anything like that, but just like constant checks to the side and like pit maneuvers, basically, just to try and slow you down. And with 30 seconds left to go, every second is valuable.
Yeah, right now both teams are definitely going to feel it. We're bordering on Game 5. Still 25 seconds to play, though. Stockton definitely not out of it yet. Quint going to be there for the touch. Demo in net. Could be the angle empty. Stockton's looking for. Nobody's there to make the play. Great little touch. Double touch from Trap off the crossbar. Absolutely magnificent piece of work. And he is going to find that first goal for Stockton. And now, 17 seconds. Where have we seen this before?
That was just beautiful on the side of Stockton. They got rid of the goaltender who had the boost. It left Kamal all alone to try and make a save. And you can see he made that little flip, that one attempt, but you could tell that he was absolutely gassed.
Yeah.
Had nothing left in the tank. He had only one flip to try and make that save. Could not do it.
Christian
10
with
seconds
one
left to go.
Christian with one boost just trying to get the dirty work in the corner. They're trying to chip it out. Stockton, they're going to get a really good chance at the net here. This is do or die for the Saints. Net's going to get cleared out. Ball hanging above the air. Will it fall down? Stockton still trying to find it. Spiked down by, I believe it was Quint there. And the Saints will push it to Game 5. 5. So scrap what we said last game. We're playing out all 5 games, and both teams now are going to be fighting to move on in winners. The Saints, what a comeback victory. And look at Kamal filling up the stat sheet for the Saints. Just a phenomenal job. Getting saves, shots on net. And look at the shots this time. Stockton only going to be 9-5 as far as shots, and compared to 24-9, a lot better look if you're the Saints.
Much, much closer game here. So we do have the decider of the decider, apparently. Yeah. We baited ourselves earlier, but I'm kind of happy we did because we are in for an absolute treat here with this series. Here we go. The deciding match. I promise this time. I swear. Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, no more jokes. No more. This is for whoever will move on. Whoever wins, going up in winners. Whoever loses will make that lower bracket run. Top G is going to try to get things started off by himself this game. Good little back touch there. Bussy is going to be there for the touch. Finds a shot. Kamal and Christian still going to be there trying to make the play here. Quint is going to be there. Maybe gets a decent crack at the net. Not a lot of boost, though, for the follow. So, once again, decent job getting the ball into the zone there by the Saints. Kamal is going to get skirted out there. Top G's once again. This is where he likes to operate. Great play by Quint. Quint has been contesting those air dribbles at such a high level the entire series.
Yeah, without question, regardless of how much boost it takes, he's at least stopping the initial shot. Sometimes these rebounds can be a little bit tricky, but that's why you have your team, right? Now we see Trap. Nice little slow play with a fantastic clearing attempt, forcing 2 of the members of St. Clair to make their move. And thankfully, it's just going to end up going cross field. This will give Saints enough time to reset. As we do see a big pass, big shot, and sure enough, that is going to be Stockton taking the lead here as Top Cheese seals the deal.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a double commit by the Saints. It actually was. Yeah. So yeah, 2 of the Saints, once again, just miscommunication. And just like we said, if you make even a 0.5 second of a mistake, you leave a little bit of space for Stockton to move. They will take it, and they will find a way to operate. Now St. Clair playing from behind in Game 5. A lot of time to play with, but Stockton, we definitely know they're going to try to find that second and that third and that fourth.
I mean, something that sounds amazing to be on the menu right now would be a very, very quick answering goal, to say the least. Here's we see Christian looking to try and push with Quint. Quint's going to just tap this aside, did not really see the opening that he was probably hoping for. And if anything, it's actually going to allow Bussy to bring this forward, force Kamal out of the net, and try and chase this one down. Top G's off to Christian, actually, right back into the other zone. Trap, of course, solid on shots, solid on defense so far in this entire series. Good little redirect, but Stockton's all over it.
Yeah, even when you beat one member of Stockton, the other 2 are definitely still reading the play right, trying to get in position to make that correct play. They do so there. Quint going to lose the 50 there. Bussy is going to walk away with it. Now Trap waiting, maybe going to try to sit back, wait for Quint to make a play here. Quint going to get it toward the net, not going to find the shot. Demo is going to come through on Christian, so the Saints not really going to have a chance to break out here too much, but on the respawn, Quint actually right back in the action. Try to find that second and third touch here.
Best too.
A couple of members of Stockton missing the ball there, but nothing dangerous so far. Now Bussy has full boost, trying to operate here. Going to get a good shot on net. Going to be kicked away by Christian, but Stockton definitely starting to put that pressure on.
Yeah, without question, they can put on all the pressure they want. If anything, it's Saints that need to pull something out of the trunk, though, because they need a goal, and they need one relatively quick here to just not let this snowball. It's just going to take one opportunity for Stockton to get themselves that extra little bit of insurance, and we saw with the way these games have been going, it's been low-scoring games this entire series. And it's going to be scary.
Yeah, we've seen some phenomenal goals, but defense has definitely been the story of this game. So when the team has 24 shots and you hold them to 2 goals, the defense is definitely not the problem, I would say. But although the Saints, the 1 goal they gave up last game, miscommunication. So they got to make sure, even if you're not going to take those crazy chances on offense, you have to play a clean game on the back. Because now Stockton, as we said, Stockton can just play the clock. They have 2:20. They have the goal lead. They know they're able to put pressure on. The Saints are going to be the ones that have to push that pace to find the answer.
Awkward bounce now going to Christian. Kamal is off on the far side to try and chase this down. Dumps in chase. Tries to get it past the members of Stockton, but cannot get the job done this time by Christian trying to battle it out. But now to Kamal off the wall. Can he get his own rebound? He's going to try.
Wow.
And he just broke out by himself. Wow. What a play.
From seemingly out of nowhere, Kamal off the wall and into the back of Stockton's net. Great little touch there from nose to nose. A little self-alley and no way about it. Stockton, no chance to save that one. The defender was very close, but 1-1. And have we seen this before? I'll say it again. The last 4 games have played out the exact same way. And now both teams are trying to find that goal-leading goal.
I mean, I'm sweating, I'm shaking, I'm not even a player. I can only imagine how it is inside of the nest right now. As we see Christian battling it out right through the crease, but a little bit of an awkward angle, though. Kamal's going to be able to get collect this one up, but not really necessarily a shot. An awkward bounce. Was that an own goal, or did Christian come in clutch?
I think Christian may have gotten a piece of that one. We'll have to check it right as we play out here. Kamal didn't get the touch there. Christian does get the shot there. Just posting in, yeah, just Christian finding that razor-thin angle, finding that small gap, and now St. Clair, you know they've got to be sweating over on the stage, but Stockton not going to go away, still a minute 40 to play, and as we keep saying, winner will move on and loser will have to go make that loser bracket run.
A fantastic setup, however, the pressure is still there. This is a pop fly through the crease. Can somebody get there? If anything, it's actually going to be the side of Stockton that knocks it away. Shot on target, nobody home. And Trap is going to stop this momentum, and it's trapped with a combo breaker.
That is a killer for the Saints, just not able to get out of the starting block there, and now Trap finding that angle. Looks like maybe, I think it was a Quint, maybe just misread it, not sure what the angle was going to be. It's a tough shot to read. And now, 2-2. 126, CRL Sunday, continuation on the line. Both teams fighting tooth and nail. This has been a back and forth battle so far. Both teams trying to break through. The Saints misplay the ball at mid, and Stockton's going to walk it down. Top Cheese gives them the lead. An absolute critical blunder in the dying moments of the game. And St. Clair, I don't know what they're going to do to come back, but they got their work cut out for them.
That one definitely hurts, but you do have enough time to recover. So just got to try to keep yourself in this game. Do not let that shake you. Yes, you can probably review that later, but you still have a job to do in these next couple of seconds. Minute 10 left on the clock. Saints need to move.
Yeah, the Saints, they got to find an opportunity now because they had their golden chance. It was looking real bright. Christian is going to find the demo. Quint going to get there on the shot. Maybe tight angle. Bussy is going to be there for the save, so Stockton locking down that back line now, having 2-3 members. Great little flick up there by, I believe it was Bussy. Saints are going to have to retreat to make the save. Quint trying to get the play here. Great demo on Christian there by Bussy. Going to clear a lot of space out. Buy them a couple seconds. Just try to eat away slowly at this clock as we're taking down. As we said, 45 to go. Great move by Christian. Going to get by one. Going to be denied. Top Cheese is going to be there. At least it'll get away from Stockton for the time being.
I mean, that was a fantastic pass, but it had so much power. If anything, it's going to go right down into the Saints zone now. And with 30 seconds left to go, everything is going to be on like a razor's edge. We now have a shot opportunity here for the side of Stockton. It's just going to kill the time, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, smart play. Opt not to take the shot just to get this extra seconds killed. 20 seconds to go. Come on, no boost. This is definitely going to hurt. No boost in front of him either. Christian, next to nothing in the tank. Quint is the only one with anything right now. The Saints have no resources to make a play. They're going to be scavenging to try and seal the deal here with one final opportunity.
Yeah, it's now or never. Christian, no boost to play with once again. I don't think Quint has any boost either. Ball touches down in the corner. Stockton's going to walk away with an absolute killer 5-game series against the Saints, and they will move on in winners. St. Clair will embark on the loser bracket run, but what a back and forth 5-game series, and man, they just pushed the second best team in the world to the brink.
Yeah, it's absolutely just that one hurts a little bit. But at the same time, though, one, you still have your lower bracket run, so we're still definitely not done. We could very well see Stockton again.
Yeah.
But the fact that this did go to a Game 5, they're always extremely close series. If anybody was doubting having these newer players onto this roster and doubting that the Saints would be able to hold their own against Stockton, I think we all got a treat today.
Yeah, I think the team made a lot of people eat their words today because, as I said, that's the second best team in the world. They were second at CRL Worlds last year. This is pretty much a brand new team coming through. Obviously, Kamal had subbed in a bunch and played through the team, but pretty much a brand new roster. And they had the lead in Game 5. They were a minute 20 off winning that game. So don't forget, people will obviously the final score is all that matters. But to those that pay attention to the details, the Saints this close to taking down the number 2 team in the world. Obviously, they would have probably had to meet them again down the line, but now off to losers bracket and got to regain and go again. But I will say they have to be feeling, for as heartbreaking as that is, they have to feel at least a little bit good. They're going to feel pretty bad, but there's a lot of bright spots.
Yeah, I guess the positive at the end of this as well is that you do have a bit of a breather now.
Yeah.
I don't think if we do have an opportunity to take a look at the bracket, but I don't think they necessarily play immediately now.
Which might be good for them.
Yeah, we're all the way up until, say, the 5th position here. Oh, shout out to Rochester for taking down Vespa as well. Yeah. That's going to be the upset. But yeah, we're down into the lower quarterfinals, so that's guaranteed top 5. And we do have a couple of matches left before we actually get into the next one. So this is their perfect opportunity for not just the players, but even for ourselves even. Get a quick snack, kind of regain a little bit, talk about it for... You need to scream to a pillow if you need to. It's A-okay. You got yourself a bit of a breather. Your run is not done yet, and that was still probably one of the best series I've seen in Collegiate. Yeah, that was the best Rocket League. That was the best, I think, esports series this semester so far. That was by far the best back and forth, the most competitive, the highest stakes as well. This is the big league, CRL. This is no joke. This is, if you want to make your name in Collegiate Rocket League and try to get on a path to pro, this is where you start off. These are the teams you have to beat, and just a true display of just
like performance from both teams.
Without question. That being said, we are going to be taking ourselves a very, very quick breather. It's about, I think it's scheduled about 20 minutes until the next matchup, but technically 2 matches. So,
Yeah.
I mean, give or take a couple minutes.
Half hour, so yeah.
Yeah, we'll have ourselves a small break. This is your opportunity for your lunch. This is your opportunity for dinner or something like that. I know I'm definitely going to oblige. So with that, we'll catch you all in a couple of minutes for the lower quarterfinals.
Samira Trundle is going to pick up the kill with just an auto attack and going to pick up another kill. Now,
Just not having a fun time, and Namwen going to